Ballers camp. Starts available, of course, for the Bad News Eagles, working their way into the in position. Tags against Synopsy, gets him killed off. Sapek kicks things off with first blood.
Eyeballers actually stalled for a little while longer. Think about the double pump back into mid. B&E have positioned themselves with 3 to defend out to the B side.
Smokes in, T-side players jumping in. Sved caught, damaged up. Sapek gets his kill alongside Sved, but Rigon holds the backside all alone. Needs the headshots desperately so, and eventually gets flanked in by JW, so Senna left alone in the 1-on-4. Caught off, Goosh down to 9 HP. Gets at least that one frag, but he's got 3 more to get on the retake.
On such low HP.
USP trying to tag up one, face around the corner for the Glocks. Senna such low HP, it means that he should be falling relatively soon. Does pick up that 1 kill onto flusha. Smoke on the bomb. Oh, it catches the edge of the AC. And now no time left, tapping that bomb once, forcing Sved out. Flanks in from the back, do close in at the end. And it's going to be the pistol game by the Eyeballers. Trying to get Shine inserted with this AK. Smokes in. Molotov's also sent up towards the site itself. Senna is not going to get checked until Shine makes his way into forward contact. Kill found. Flattrue turns around that Deagle, gets the 1 frag, but ultimately surrounded by the T side. Rigon in a 1-on-3. Might catch Sven on the side of the head. Ooh, okay, eventually panics a little bit. I thought he was going to try to sneak past him. Saw where Sapek is, unaware of flusha being so close. Engagement found, flicks back to actually land the tag. That could have easily been a clutch for Rigon. SMGs on flusha, and Sved will try and take point. Back up right behind them. Prodding out towards the A side, but Sapek will go ahead and join his teammates for the execution. He seems to come in very early towards this B side. Flusha's going to get caught. Oh, Senna's caught, taking off his own silencer. Right-click mouse button, not quite where you want to be. Flatcher at least keeps it evens as Sapek trays to the 3-on-3. GXX landing a leg on Svedge ahead in mid-control. Meanwhile, the bomb should go down and the retake should be on.
Yeah, Sved's just going to try and waste some time, wrap back into the bottom of the B stairs. Rigon sees nothing out towards quad. They've got to try and force Shine out in the open.
Thought there was going to be a player close, and that nade just lobbed up. Placed close to the corner, unable to land onto Shine. He fell back towards the site, was spotted there on the quick prod out for information. Forced the CT players away on the back of the site. He remains with Sapek right behind him. Flash in. Decent work done. Trades are still good for GXX, and now he stands the last player left in the 1-on-2.
He gets the leg shot onto Sved out in mid, but because Sved just ends up falling back, GXX is just posted. He's waiting for the refrag, he's waiting for the overpeak, and it just wastes so much time out from mid. Shine on the post plant does very well. It's actually been taken. Now, this is one of the areas of the map that Eyeballers have been very adequate on being able to try and charge forward. They might not expect Flatroot down underneath, gets away with a kill, and so does Rigon.
5-on-3 gain. Them 4 might be in a little bit of an awkward... That's the issue. JW thinks he might be up top of ramp, and that's a perfect adjustment to the headshot. Now left to 2 of Eyeballers.
So tough, because now even the bomb's been seen, and for Flatroot has to just try and peek out in the open. Senna's there for the bait and contact. What a half-buy this is turning out to be.
It burned 2 players on the back of the B side, but Synopsy comes in with the adjustment with the Deagle headshots. Rigon's going to fall away, thinking that there might be some sort of play here. Smart call to make. Protect yourself. You ready to receive the hit?
There's still a lack of information right now for B&E. Sapek's waiting for a slight overpeak, and exactly Rigon gets it. Aggressive up towards orange.
Follow suit on Sapek's part. Synopsy gets 2 to return and just escapes with the AWP in his hand. 3-on-3 situation as the bomb should get planted. Flusha sneaks it in the end.
Right now, B&E just end up backing off. They realize to themselves nothing's getting presented, or the duel goes the way of JW, and that's what we want to see as this series rolls on.
As long as he frags, he's okay. Hung the corner if possible.
Yeah, GXX isn't even on a contact right now, so as soon as Rigon gets spotted, he's going to have to swing out wide to the left-hand side.
The kill for Rigon, Shine to drop, Flusha to turn, JW responds the same. 4-on-3, 3-on-3 rather, excuse me. Eyeballers even up the situation with backstabs inbound and 2 players on the rotate. Synopsy and Fletcher on the backline defensive. Might have to wait for their teammate to get there. JW connects him through the smoke. That's the advantage regained by the Eyeballers here.
Oh, JW's doing so much work with this AWP. Another leg down. I think this has to be a cancel. They can't go in for this retake, surely. Senna now doesn't find anything. There was a lineup potential for a couple of kills.
Backstab. Couple of really good shots from JW, triple in this round. Second half should be where they shine, excuse the pun. Right now, it's all looking peachy for them. Nade set by Rigon, desperate to find these kills, but it's just damage being done. Sapek with two, a triple in fact, as he walks forward and leads the charge for the Eyeballers right into the A side. This should be a site take. It's a 5-on-2.
Even Flatbury's trying to see if he can get on the front side of those smokes, try and create some impact with that M4, but they would have heard him jumping. They know that he's close yellow.
Smoke got to come down against the Molotov's thrown. Flash is also coming over. Back up in that mid control is very tentative to move in towards the A side. Now the bomb's been seen, he should do so. Flatro eventually will get flanked as Fedgehead gets credited with the kill. And Senna is now in the 1-on-4.
Backed off one another. It's exceptional, and it's exactly what you want to see in such an important game from them.
Or Senna not able to get the wall back.
3 months of Vertigo?
I think that there would certainly be some magic involved if Eyeballers beat Bad News Eagles in the best of 3.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's not just map dependent then.
No.
All right.
Because, hey, look, this is Eyeballers' pick. You gave them the credit of them being able to take this one. I don't think you looked at it as much dominantly as it was. GXX, however, does start things off with the AWP frag, and Rigon gets caught by flusha blind with a flashbang and a smoke. Still gets the headshot anyway. Now JW takes point of the sandbags. Flatcher does take one back to return, so advantage sits with the CTs for now. Synopsy catches utility in the hands of his veteran, 2 left standing for the Eyeballers, and it looks like B&E might escape with one. I say that, and JW is still fighting.
If they can deal with Synopsy, this is on. Sped around the corner, gets the entry, and Flatbury's behind them, but he's low HP.
NWP watching the back lines, can't see GXX. The shot did ring out. JW is now a known entity. Smoke's coming in. That backstab is quick to the position, though. This could be denied here. Won't lead to the round itself getting one. And the AWP could also line up. He runs out of ammo, but GXX comes in with the other M4 on the other side of the site. And Bad News Eagles at last will get their second. The step up massively just to get that one round on the board. Eyeballers up to the execution, been so successful with this so far. Smokes down from Flatcher, does get caught off anyway. GXX with the AWP, and Senna's playing around that core position. Flusha is known, but Senna gets picked up by Sapek anyway. Crack angle held by the AWP, can't connect the shot. The nades from Flusha will finish off the damage that Sapek has started getting up close and personal. And now it is a 2-on-4 for the retake. Trey gets back on schedule, Dwayne.
Yeah, I guess that's what you can take away from it. For Eyeballers, they've outclassed them. I mean, this hasn't even been close.
Yeah. Need some major turnarounds, I guess, from them. Flashes over, Flusha leaning in. Tap bursts through towards Senna. As the site gain advantage held, B&E. They've just got to save to get something out for the next one. They're going hunting with the FAMAS. At least Synopsy does connect here. But these risks have been a little bit unnecessary, especially in the save call. Okay, I'm not sure I like this without a kit.
I'm with you. I think you've got to back off here, but the confidence is up. They want to try and see if they can attempt the retake.
Rigon's been tagged to 22, though. Synopsy, high HP players down in an instant. Flusha doubles up. That's a quadra for him, and that's the reason why you either commit to a save and don't second-guess yourselves, even with an exit frag. Get an exit on Flusha, looking for the AWP above all else. Keep that in. Don't extend too far.
So perhaps there's more volumes to speak of with some of the results that they gained in main Swiss. But for Eyeballers, it has been all success for their part. Even the way that they're walking up ramp, they haven't even used any utility for it.
Being contested by Bad News Eagles. GXX thinks he's safe, and he thinks wrong. Rigon at least finds the opening kill against JW, so it is a 4-on-4, but he's struggling against the next player, forced back by the incendiary, the Molotov thrown out there by the T side. Eventually finds a headshot onto Shine, so that's the bomb dropped. Trade from Sved, Ton will buy Synopsy and Flusha alone in the 1 versus 2. Bomb on the site, a little bit far off towards the side alley position. He's expecting Senna to come in with a backstab as well. Will he check this corner? Looking towards bridge. And gets picked up by the FAMAS. So a consolation prize for Bad News Eagles, but a 12-3 half. And the Tech 9 in Vicena being the raid boss. Bad News Eagles wasting no time getting involved in this one. Nades sent. Senna does catch Flusha at least, so that's the opening. Needs to get a few more. That bomb gets dropped, and they also got a player at quad they've got to consider. Senna, another good pick back in his own right. Shine struggling to get the headshot. Eventually does do so with Sapek's assistance. 2-on-2 situation. Fletcher on site, gets one pick. Shine turns the headshot. 1-on-1 now. Smoked out. The Pyron can't siphon off Synopsy. Sees exactly where he is. Gets a chance for the reload. Knows that player's coming in close and sees the shadow. But Synopsy's headshot comes in good, and Bad News Eagles get a vital pistol round.
But they've now got to still focus on the anti-force buy.
Playing quick again. Synopsy especially sees where Sapek is, sees the smokes coming in, the flashbang turned away from. Flatcher gets the kill and doubles up on towards Shine with a bit of assistance. Fed with only one trade. His teammates falling all around him. Backside is where he tries to hold his position Ultimately does fall down against this force buy here for the Eyeballers. Bad news, the Eagles will dominate. And finally some decency posted up in that second half. flusha, best bet is to save the Deagle, and the Kevlar does get one more exit onto Rigon. Maybe a rifle he can recover with it as well. Still playing around the site itself, though, and doesn't see GXX also in the elevator, so he gets credited with that final kill. Single concession to the Eyeballers at this stage. And towards the B stairs take, 3 players will be out with 1 man in the mid control. Smoke's coming down to Noxy. Does catch Sven. The Molotov should force flusha into the open. Still gets away with 1 decent kill. Doesn't last much longer, though. 3 on 3, the bomb should commit.
Shine's coming in quickly, try and get a flash around the corner. Try and put the pressure on before the bomb gets down. This could be more difficult now for B&E.
Diving out of the site as well. They're not quite aware of how close Shine is. Smoke down should cover off the scaff angle. The nades being sent, trying to force Shine out into the open. And JW still gets a kill, so doesn't know who to focus on. Gets that 1 tap, but unable to get the second player. The bomb on the site. Synopsy inbound, Galil in hand. Neither player watching the far side of the site. Synopsy isolates Shine. That's a headshot. Looks for Sapek as well. Can't quite see him. Will get the bomb down instead.
Got a HE placement. Sapek could try and move it forward. Synopsy doesn't see him. The bomb's going to get planted again. Sapek should have the advantage. No, it gets tapped for a second time. And Sapek's just wasting time.
20 seconds. Synopsy trying to swing things. He might have crossed and he read it right, but he couldn't get the headshot. Sapek wins it.
B&E have to commit to the Xe, and they've got to run into the stack.
Say that, but they start making their way back around. Nade stacks on towards Sapek, will get the kill. Shine's right back on the site as a result. 1 player in a side. JW has got to be accounted for. GXX sprayed back through, sees the gun barrel, but JW uses Shine's assist to get the kill back in center. Trades, flusha responds with the smoke again. A 3 on 2. Resmoked on. Bomb plot will be secured at the very edge of the site here. flusha got so close to catching his man, and indeed he does. It's all deflect through now. Caught out in the open by Svedge ahead, and Eyeballers win their 14th. The money is a wreck for B&E.
What are you going to work with here? You've got no util, you don't have a lot of map control, and you're down by 1.
So many problems. So much to think about. SMG for Rigon has been picked up at least. A little something to gain. Sved on the site, seeing utility come down. They have recovered a little bit of it, but Senna falls next. Deagle's in for Rigon, trying to recover that AK at all. GXX swinging, doing damage. Backup has now arrived en masse here for the Eyeballers. Rigon facing, getting tagged up. GXX then in the back, and there's nothing left for the last man of the T-side line. 1 on 4, 15-6. Map point for the Eyeballers. Again, neither of us expected it to be this good for the Eyeballers.
Not at all. No one would have expected this, and I even look at that round and think...
Definitely have to fight back on maps 2 and 3 if they want to try to have a chance in this series, given what we've seen so far. This has been not their opening, not their game. Senna tagged up heavy already with the follow-up utility on Rigon. 22 and 72 for those 2 players. Barely anything done to the Eyeballers. The insertion from Flattrue shut down in mid. It's all up for the BXE now.
Even flusha is just maintaining with some of that counter utility that's coming through with his mid teammates. Rigon gets caught on the lurk. Now GXX, Synopsy, and Senna just have to work off one another now.
45 seconds. T's will set the utility in. M4 flusha continues to swing, gets his kill. 2 left now. Flanks also inbound from JW. They shouldn't last much longer. Synopsy does get that 1 kill. GXX does send flusha tumbling down, but the flank is now inbound. The man is down. JW to close it. 16-6. Dominance from the Eyeballers on the opening map. They're picking the best of 3, and it's not an encouraging start for B&E. Up by pistol round, sees the P250 Ray Boss on Rigon, USPs and Glocks for everyone else. Confused get on Shine and smokes out towards mid, indicating a palace dive out here from the B&E camp. The mid player has been tagged up and taken down first by Sapek and JW.
And now it's just going to be that explosion. And even Shine could just play back passive, play out towards City Spawn, got the kit and the smoke. Look at him retreat away. Give that respect forward to Flat Roof.
Tagged to half HP, GXX swinging in to try and join his man. 2 players seen back towards Market and Cubby. Sved gets trading, GXX responds. Bomb now down in the 3 on 3 over towards default. The defuse kit was dropped in CT Spawn itself, so Sved's gonna have to pick it up and also win the challenge on towards GXX. Meanwhile, Senna and Rigon on the site itself. Sved slowly creeps around, has grabbed that kit, has the hunt, he still goes falling. flusha can't hit a shot, and Rigon can double up Senna to get his piece of the pie, and it's a pistol gained by B&E.
Through main Swiss as well.
I think the difference between this team and 777 is the fact that Eyeballers have that veteran basis in JW and flusha, and they've had some standout moments that we've seen proved over the course of time. 777 were the lowest ranked team in any Elisa Invitational as far as my memory serves.
Yep.
Eyeballers doing work against Bad News Eagles. If they can get one more good headshot on Shine or flusha. The opportunity to work inland here. flusha does get caught off, tagged up. Shine does fall to the Galil's headshot, and GXX escapes, but only for a moment's time. Trade for flusha found through the smoke. 2-on-2 situation. That bomb should commit and get planted. flusha just blind firing, hoping to catch some of those common plant positions. Open for Connector and Ramp. One play on the other side of the default plant position. Center goes falling in the end. It's flatro now alone. That tag up against him. Now going to come into effect in the 1-on-2. Nice nade, in fact. Just puts him out immediately. Good kill found. Eyeballers claim their first. They play around the passive default.
The walkout from Flatru catches off Shine and spots out Sapek. So this allows now Senna to walk further forward. He might be able to catch Sapek off guard and open up the A side because of it.
Doesn't quite follow suit onto Shine, who actually doubles back himself. A 3-on-3 with a smoke on towards Palace and another one on towards Ramp. So both entryways to the A site have been locked out for BNE, except the mid control, which Synopsy is gaining right here. Kill on flusha, Sved's head's been seen. Perfect burst shot, and now it's Shine alone in the 1-on-3.
Someone like him to just get some consistency across the board on the T side. Even a slight hunt from Rigon in towards T-Spawn, drops that rifle. Boom, that's a great proactive play.
Synopsy has found himself in the back. Did the Sapek see him? I think he might have done.
Yeah, I'm with ya.
Okay, still gets the headshot anyway. His position's revealed, but now he's found himself in the flank angle, and the CTs have got to keep their head on a swivel. They've also cut off from rotating to join Shine, so they could find that trade out of Palace. JW's orb's been seen. flusha gets caught off guard. Looking back into Sniper's Nest, Rigon will try find the fight out towards the B site here. Making some noise as JW has been seen. flatro now knows that he took that shot. He's looking back into the ladder room. Rigon might catch the casualty back here indeed. JW picks up a 3-on-3. Sved checks the corner as Synopsy peeks in from the spawn position. GXX is orb strikes on Shine, and JW is picked up by flatro, and Bad News Eagles fight themselves out of a very difficult corner. If you look at committing here with the BNE side. Eyeballers. Nothing at all from the T half of things. No info, not a lot being sent out. The smokes down to connect the jungle and stairs do come through. JW does catch flatro before he has to disappear behind it. Synopsy now drawing their attention back in from that connector kill. Trying to face in against Fed, jumps around the corner and does lose his life for it. So advantage sits with Eyeballers, and Shine still sat at dark. It's undetected by BNE.
Rigon's trying to get some of those spam bullets forward, even spotting out center. The wall bank's coming close. It's all about matter of distraction, and Rigon actually comes through successfully with a couple of kills out towards Sandwich, but he does get traded.
Oh, JW gets two back of his own. Triple up for the man. Now looking for center on the Quadra. Puts him out of commission and wins out the fight. You want to see big stuff from JW, and he delivers in whole.
Indeed, he does. Towards the top of Connector, he actually starts striking out, swinging out further wide towards that first ramp pick. He gets some help from Sved, but these are the sequences that we know still hanging back in the kitchen, which indicates the idea that he wants to force JW aggressive and try and take further map control.
flatro goes down to Sapek. Orpa tries to can bait the T-side players forward. Synopsy actually fell for that jump. Took a tag damage down to 15 HP. Not quite dead yet. The nade will finish off the job as Fed catches center in at mid. And Rigon in the 1 versus 5 is going to be the last player standing.
Here from the Swedes. This is 2 rounds in a row that are going to be taken from them. Even Shine with the off angle looking towards Ram. Rigon, a little bit sloppy. Ends up getting away with 1, but no more than that. Sepek swinging through. Pressed up this aggressively to the left-hand side. Even that jump up from flusha just didn't see him in the smoke.
Spray sweep from Sved catches Synopsy in the end. I think the smoke just cleared up, so that was a kill found. The AWP JW walks forward with the AK, where flusha's ready for that murder hole position, and JW might even catch him off. The flick misses out. He presses forward.
Jeez.
Still wins the fight with his back turned and everything. I don't know how BNE are fighting back from these positions.
And Flameru can't get out of A main though. He's low HP, put a smoke down. The bomb's actually going out to the apartments, and Rigon's made it another kill in the round. Don't tell me they're turning this about.
How has he done this? How has he specifically done this? Watching carefully as Sapek, his back is turned towards the site itself. It's pushed up against the corner. Rigon does fall away as Fed falls to center. And now it's Sapek in a 1-on-3. Gets the first and the second. 1-on-1 with the AK. 10 seconds for that bomb to get planted. Taps it once, sticks the whole thing. It's easy for Sapek to round the corner and just hold it together for the eyeballers.
And that was excellent positioning coming through from Sapek. Being able to swing out wide, catching that first flash. Flourished in the open, man. That's like a massive off angle for him to be on, sort of on that bridge between Ramp and Palace. And then even Rigon gets caught off guard with that AWP, looking straight back in there towards Connector and up in jungle, and then moving out.
The defensive line utility is sent. Smokes down to connect the jungle and stairs. Standard set piece. Not with the CT smoke. The flash is in with a Molotov sent back. Shine, top of Dart, looks in. Kill found on Rigon's part of the AWP. With SMG backup, JW's picked up anyway, and long-range sprays from flusha, only doing so much. Caught off by Rigon. 2 left standing for the Eyeballers.
And Rigon just doing so much in this round. Does eventually get traded from Sapek, but it doesn't look like much is going to get granted here at all. This should be another save call. Rigon's now found himself on 20 kills.
Kills on every single face. He's getting the most unlikely kills imaginable, and he's doing it every single time. GXX engaging Sved now to try and close these ones down. Flashes forward, and a double up happens.
See if they can respond off of the back of it. It's going to be a double pump. Now, there's still a double crossfire here over a B, and even flusha could be a quick rotate from city spawn.
In for Sved. Player into the corner, Rigon dives in, Sved with a double up, trades it right back to the 4-on-3, makes it 2 with the bomb getting dropped to just the center's good, but not to his headshot, so GXX now alone. Bomb in the open, himself in his clutch situation. flusha, Shine, and Sapek to find. Smokes will get sent. Block off vision on the short position. Actually, no, that's actually a market smoke, excuse me. Molotov sent down to the apartments, trying to switch to that AK as well. Got to swing out to grab that bomb, get it planted here.
Just try and force out the individual fights. Even flusha just peeks further forward. Doesn't want to deny that bomb for going down, but wants to get GXX off it.
And they might think wrong about that. That AWP going to adjust away from the site defensive. And Synopsy moves in. Where does he check? Where does he look?
Yeah, this backstab's going to get set up from flusha, but they don't know about Sapek. Synopsy's just going to have to try and play a waiting game. Wait for more distraction to get pulled.
Spray through, Sved catches him in the dark, and that's the backstab taken out. Now Rigon can't hold on. JW gets flat throw, and Bad News Eagles are ripped apart on the execution. The last 2 players known in a palace, and surely this should be Eyeballers with the 6th.
Even Sved just going to try and draw more attention over. Bomb just getting dropped out in the open. That is very unfortunate, because I would say 9 times out of 10 with that walk forward from Synopsy, you're multi-fragging, you're making a round-winning play, but it gets cleared, and because you're not able to drop Sved there towards Underdark, it just changes the entire complexion of the round. Nicely handled there from Eyeballers in a difficult situation.
Set into the apartments, ready to go for the hit. The utility has been heard. Synopsy starts to make the move in. Senna with the headshot gains that first kill. Falls back to the back of the site. Smokes and a buy a bit of cover. Sees 2, and the flick is fantastic. Shine responds onto Rigon at least, but Synopsy still holds his own. 2 for 2 on the trays, but the backstab has closed in against him. That bomb is in the open. They're fighting on short and backside. Short player engaging, revealing himself. Both CTs and both T-side players are known as the man over at Truck finds his firefight. GXX is caught and pushed back into the site. flusha now dead to right to JW with it all to do. Sees Synopsy, does his damage, but does not get his kill. GXX with a double, and BNE with the 10th.
Half on CT.
I actually do remember that Hotspurs match, actually, which tilts me now that you've brought it back up here. But GXX going to try and punish them up towards top mid. Force forward on the CT side, pushing all the way in, getting the 5-on-3. And if he extends around the corner, which he might well do, he'll see the bomb and everything. Sved, the only man that can recover this position back for the Eyeballers. It's been a bit of a disaster start for them here.
GXX has just found so much more. Adjusting up towards a TV position does not quite catch Sved, but flatRoo's still going to be here to try and peek out wide. Sved desperate for the trade, just to be able to keep this pressure on back to mid.
Wild sprays from him. Rigon eventually gets the kill with the HE assist and the flash support from Sapek.
Yeah, they might have to work the mid control just off of the basis that they don't know if it's been pushed up towards the apartment's entrance at all. Rigon up onto the crossfire. Him and flatRoo can just focus the attention. Rigon with another kill and another multi, down to a triple. And
AK's in for Rigon, watching that top mid control. Burst, tap, spray, kill found on Sapek. Nice start. Shine able to respond. Tagged up to 10 HP on that dink. And the 4-on-4, he grabs that bomb and regroups with his teammates.
Slightly unnecessary there from flatRoo. Did not need to get aggressive in connector like that and gets punished. Even Synopsy on a huge off angle gets spotted just on the edge of the smoke. He's still done a lot of damage onto Sved.
Legs up a decent. Ideally, he wants the advantage here, and he's looking for it. That nade can be a little bit far off. He still swings for the kill and gets it in the end. Now gaining full apartments control and a free AK.
Now, Rigon's just making sure that he just spots out from mid in case there's any split coming through from connector.
Lovely.
Catching off JW, and now there's no split play. Just has to be the walkout from ramp.
Then a scene 1, calling in for backup from us. Wary of his firepower. Still tags up flusha in that exchange. Gets the kill found onto the FAMAS. Flash is turned over, spray through, gets 2 for Rigon. Quadra to get to 29 frags. He
Start putting that incendiary down towards the ramp position. Shine working out. You got Flat Root towards the top of Con. The top Con smoke actually gets missed from Shine.
that allows Flatro. He looks in, kill not quite found. Eventually does get found as he falls himself back into the Molotov. Senna with a responsive and flusha, able to get a trade at least. But a 4-on-3 for the Bad News Eagles. flusha is fighting hard out of Tetris and does get another one. Passing that bomb back to his teammate, but he's low HP as his JW. flusha still hunting, gets his triple JW's turn around. The Quadra denied by Sved as Galil comes up good, and suddenly Synopsy is the man that stands alone, swinging for the kill, lines him up, and knocks him down for his own Quadra. Keeps it in at map point for Bad News Eagles. Double AWP, meanwhile, from the Bad News Eagles. One of which posted in the apartment, spotting one. Tag up on Sapek, kill towards Shine. That's one. Not quite the second. No scope up close, actually quick scope. It was! He landed on JW as well, and Rigon just shows that he can do it all here. Getting his 30 bomb and then some, and Svedge ahead, getting absolutely nothing in the apartment. 16-6, favor return by Bad News Eagles. They take us to a third map. Pistol round of Bad News Eagles, taking a lot of map control up here towards top mid. JW blind firing, tagged up Rigon. The smoke will fade and he'll fall away, be chased down by 2 of the BNE side.
Even flusha is going to be able to con this over, and now running into the trap even towards Donut. Sapek's going to fall. Sved with these Julies has to continue retreating, and now the Glocks are finding all the entries in the world. Sved's now the last one left out towards Donut. BNE with that pressure out there towards CT spawn, really overwhelming and not giving any leverage forward to the CT side at all. Sved's just trapped between a rock and a hard place. That's an excellent pistol for BNE. Got an entry coming through, and now the T side just going to work with that, get themselves aggressive up to the top of ramp.
Incendiary thrown down, both of them landing towards top ramp. Sapek's credited with the kill on Rigon as he gets siphoned off from his teammates, but Flatro's still fighting through the smoke. Headshot gain on Shine on short. JW in from long and Sapek holds a cave.
So Synopsy could say, mate, bring that bomb back over. I've got the read. And for Eyeballers, this should be a harsh save. I don't think they even go for it now.
Especially if Synopsy pushes forward. Cut him off from the CT entrance. Back of Temple might be a problem. Here's those footsteps coming in from Sved, so we'll call it into Flatro, who will mark it off. M4 engagement, Synopsy gets JW, Sved saw 1, damage was done to Synopsy and GX. And now Flatro gets Sved, dealt with Sapek on 14 HP to try and clutch this. It's just not going to happen, is it? Hunt coming through, Flatro gets this kill. All 4 at the moment. Prodding for information, not connecting the shot to the player that was out there at main.
And that is a shame, because BNE have actually given quite a lot of confidence over towards the A main portion. JW didn't spot anything. You now have Shine just being rolled over. Flatroot doesn't quite manage to double up, and now Sapek peeks through from the top of window, so they end up capitalizing on the mid control.
2 left in play for BNE. Now 1 man, flusha drops Rigon.
Through up to the AWPer, but I like the capitalization the Eyeballers bring there. They peek together, they establish the crossfire, even GXX. Getting the bomb down is just not going to be a possibility at all. You've got flusha out here towards ramp, he can deny that bomb, so that's an easy kill to GXX. First round being gained by the Swedes.
What was that opening kill against the AWP? I honestly thought that was going to be enough just to let the rest of the round capitulate there for the CT forces. They don't quite work that way for the Bad News Eagles, though. That 1 casualty being the only real one until...
Takes that up. They've already managed an opening pick onto Synopsy. They're not pushing a little bit more for information. flusha's very deep on B right now.
That's the shot from GXX to find a returning 4-on-4. Shine responding, trying to hold on to the advantage, regain it and gain control for Eyeballers, but Senna continues to post up a fight. Sapek low, spray is going to keep him at bay. The Molotov set down as long as the bomb will get planted safe behind the totem. Nade set, Sapek should be a dead man, and it's Fed and JW to clutch it.
I think they've got to go for this here. Try and have that confidence that you can bring back a 2v3, get the retake on.
Incendiary sent, flash forward, Flatro catches off 1 man, but somehow Sved stays alive and wins out that fight. JW, I think, sponged a lot of the damage initially, allowing the flashbang to clear. 2-on-2 situation, but time is running short. Player at the back. Shots not connecting from the AWP, and Sved's too far gone. GXX is AWP, not looking to move just yet. JW holds his nerve, tries to look for the kill, but still can't connect a shot to save his life. Senna now looking for the exit frag. He'll get away just about, and still JW can't hit anything. Senna takes him down for good measure. That is all 5 rifles dropped for Eyeballers.
Wants to get a glimmer, a pixel of information. Finally spots out Rigon. Might have even seen Flatroot trying to get aggressive into Donut. There's actually no CT here at all. The only player towards A is Fed.
M4 trying to hold the backside, sees Rigon, but Rigon gets the headshot first. 4-on-4. Now they finally find the even trade. GXX has no utility to try and deal with Shine here. Peeks in, boost up for Synopsy with the bomb on his back. GXX now out in the open. Backup needs to come in, and Rigon catches Shine extending a little bit too far out. That orb frag does come through for JW, but a bomb is dropped within the plant zone. Flatro falls towards flusha next, and now it's Rigon alone in the 1-on-3, looking for the ace, and it's just not going to happen. Fantastic as he has been throughout the course of this series, that's not enough to keep it together for BNE.
Very good counteraction there for Eyeballers. You have Sved in an awkward position, playing out to the back of plate. He just gets domed in by Rigon. JW finally gets his first kill of the map, aggressing forward from that temple angle, gets away with one. Shine's able to take some distraction away, and then as soon as this AWP pick comes through, that's it. That's when the tempo comes forward. Even flusha has a bit of a pre-flop with the action with the big green, and you could start see the entire CT half turn around. Even Sved playing a slight off angle, looking down towards A main. Just got to deny the bomb for going down.
M4 engaging, Flatro with a peek, a quick shot to the head. Bomb will get thrown over towards one. He actually gets the kill on Shine ahead of that smoke, so just like that, it's an advantage for BNE.
And now this looks so promising. AWP v AWP duel.
Wow.
Even gets a leg up. JW's have got it from this point onwards.
Yeah, Synopsy swinging in with the pistol. The AWP does land its frag at least. 3-on-3 with JW taking 3 so far on this map up. Sapek trades back on center. Next, Rigon responds. AK evades flusha, who almost catches the quick turnaround, and Flatro turns back to Sapek as well. Makes it a quadra and makes it BNE with a steal.
And it's funny actually, Jay, because I remember the first time that we casted these guys was back when they won the first half.
On the individual basis, they are forced to be reckoned with. Let's try to force forward on Shine and JW. Flusha picked up instantly. 4 versus 2. One trader's at least found. Sapek in the back. Sved head caught on the rotation. Does manage a kill alongside Sapek, bringing it into a 2-on-2. But it's 13 HP between these two players, so that HE gets Sapek, Sved onto clutch.
Nah, you shouldn't have even go for this, in all honesty. 12 HP, it's not worth it at all. Save the AK, bring it into the next round. But it's desperate again, and I think we have seen that from with the scoreline at 9-2, that the chances just aren't being presented at all. You got Shine aggressive, down from mid, JW playing anti-flash, the two of them to try and peek off one another.
Flash is sent, Shine up close, center checks him, spots him, doubles up, trying to look for the triple as well in towards lane. They do force Sapek back. 5-on-2 scenario. Bad News Eagles swing upon by Rigon. Sved gets his kill. GXX responsive. Flusha and Sapek, last 2 members of the Eyeballers left iron.
This matchup for Eyeballs, and it is a shame because I think the Swedes have actually proved themselves to be a very good ancient team. We've seen it with the win streak. We've seen it in Elisa. They put up some dominant results, and it's a map that is the highest picked map in the pool for the Swedes.
Doing well enough to hold his own.
GXX and center might just be a walk contact. Sved swinging out wide, might be able to catch off the AWP. He's actually looking towards the temple sightline right now.
Could provide an opportunity to catch center in the bomb carrier. Molotov sent, Sved. 3 players to find. Shine gets his pick back. GXX can't save Synopsy. And finally, a little something going the way of the Eyeballers here. 2 left. Oh, knife for JW. Just to get a bit of confidence on him. And yeah, it is fair play. He had the chop opportunity. He got a kill.
Too defensive for me.
Yeah.
But for Eyeballers, I guess that they're thinking if GXX does give us, we could actually go double AWP.
And back to set up utility into the mid position from the spawn. Spray through from Sapek. Hurt the body block of that incendiary and gets an Synopsy for it. So again, positive starts for the Eyeballers here.
A lovely opening kill. Even Rigon taking so much damage. Shine pop flashed around the corner. Gets another kill and an impactful one at that towards the front side of Turnard. Flatroo hasn't been...
Come in far too late. GXX does land on flusha and opens his round back up once again. Sapek, oh, he's caught by Flatro, and just like that, it's back to an even standing. 3-on-3. Shine does take Flatro, the low HP player, back once again. Bombs on the site, though, should get planted.
JW round in the corner. Shine goes down, but it is down to center to see if he can get the clutch together.
Have to come through soon. Smoke on the bomb, in fact. Sved's seen. Incendiary also thrown. Sved holds his nerve and holds together the round with a defuse for the Eyeballers. 11-4 at the half for Bad News Eagles. A consolation prize for the CT side. But 7 to make up in the second half. Standing alone on the center of the site. Synopsy inbound from Donut can provide a bit of support as Rigon goes down and falls back. JW shoulder seen, headshot not quite gained. Eventually he does get a second opportunity, and that's the frag found. Rotations are called in super quick as well for the CT side. flusha finds Rigon. Synopsy burns, but he takes that pet with him. 3 on 3. Site has been gained, and the plant should be secured here. Flashing against GXX might catch him for dead, but Svedgehead does not get either of those 2 kills. Backed up behind, shot to connect for the USP. Shine on the wraparound backstab. Could come in with decent effect. He spots Senna and just about just ahead of that smoke. GXX also gets tagged up to 43. Flatro's back on the bomb with a kit and all. Taps forward. GXX falls and flusha barely catches the kill just in time to deny the defuse. We're back in at the wood position. Damage been done quite significantly to the eyeball side, but the utility basis. Sapek swinging in. Flashbang available by Flatro. 27 kills with that double up. flusha does get Senna back through the smoke. Response is at least there for the eyeballers, but 4 on 3, BNE have the advantage, and they're going to try to continue to extend it.
JW and Sapek just wanted to beat them with pace, get super aggressive and fast up there towards the top of Cave, and it just does not work at all. Flatroot's turned it into 3. Oh, start bringing some pace forward towards Donut.
Rigon's so ready for this. Sved caught, Shine, down and out. We can sit on the bomb sites. The boost is in play as well towards B site. So 3 players out there means that it is the most locked down position. Rigon with a risky swing forward, and that is the aggression that Eyeballs were looking to punish.
Yeah, even though they get a mid pick, they actually don't start shifting the offensive over towards A. It starts leaning into the B site, and this is the trap. Even Flatroot can slow them down towards that cave entrance.
Oh, dink off against Flatro. They know that he's pretty tagged up here. flusha does find Senna meanwhile. Shine swings, and Flatro just doesn't want to die. Sapek gets his pick back in, and GXX needs to wait for Synopsy to come back here.
Where they have to keep fighting, they can't end up backing off. They've already committed.
Synopsy leaning forward, trying to find anybody that might be overly aggressive. Sapek evaded. GXX gets his kill. Sved gets caught in the shoulder. Swing out for Synopsy. Gets it back to a 2-on-2. 1 player known towards lane. 1 player now known here towards the ramp control. Sprays back. flusha falls. Sapek, last man standing. Synopsy's going for the hunt as well. Might hold it back. Sapek transfers back and forth. GXX doesn't have a kit and doesn't have the time either. Will hold on to the rifle as Eyeballers indeed do get the rifle that they all importantly needed. Mac 10 of JW quickly into the mid position, trying to counteract BNE. The AK of GXX, though, while forward on this one. Shoulder seen. Spray lines up 2, but only gets damage on the second. It's a 1-for-1 trade other than that. And now Rigon, center of the site, suppressed from 2 sides. Gets the kill on Sved through the smoke. Dealing with JW, looking for the triple. Synopsy turns the USP on him. And now the Scout versus flusha. The last man knows, switching to the M4 with Flatro, the SMG to back him up. flusha. And flusha will now see the smokes flying his general direction. Heard Senna. Thinks he's a lot more shallow than he actually is. Onto the bomb they'll get. Spray through. Needs to get 2 here. Bit off on it. And the defuse just gets stuck. Bad news. Eagle suppressing fire against him. In fact, it's charged down flusha on Synopsy's part.
They got a bomb plant. They can't buy here at all. It's just not in a position where the economy is floating. Rigon, what a second kill that was. Straight spamming through onto the likes of Sved. Now 14-7 up. They've doubled the rounds.
Goals brought out by the T's. Eyeballers. Defaults they go. That smoke has landed very perfectly here for BNE. You can see the feet of the T-side players below it. Not like it matters. A lot of the focus is out here towards lane. Synopsy with 2 through the smoke. Senna with 1. Sapek only player to trade it. Bomb dropped. Got to get recovered. Both T-side players isolated from each other. Svedgehead dealt with by Rigon. It's all to Shine to clutch it. A 1-on-4. It looks like his time is up in the Elisa Invitational. For him, for the Eyeballers, a knife coming in for Synopsy to close it out in embarrassing fashion because, of course, he wants to go for it. Return fire and return the 16-8, winning out the series 2-1 and progressing onwards to the quarterfinals.
And for BNE, they turned this entire series around. A disappointing first map in with a